The structure had burned to the ground, leaving only a pile of ashes. A notebook in a thick leather cover was found among the remains, which looked like a homogeneous black mass. March 30th, all night long I could hear Mom's coughing coming from my parents' bedroom. Dad went into the kitchen several times to get water, but she wasn't getting any better. Now, thank goodness, it's quieted down, and I can finally go to bed. Tomorrow is a hard school day. I need to get some sleep. March 31st, the doctor came today. He was in Mommy's room for a long time, and afterwards, he was arguing loudly with Daddy about something. Papa told me to stay in my room and not to go out. When everything was quiet, Dad came into my room and told me that the doctor had left. He hugged me and we sat together all evening watching cartoons. He told me that Mommy was going to be okay soon. April 1st, Daddy woke me up a few minutes before my alarm clock. He was acting strange, said I might not go to school today. Dad said that Mom was sick and that it was better not to disturb her. There was some fussing coming from her room, but I tried not to pay attention to it. In the evening, Daddy and I went out again. He was very quiet. He always flinched at loud noises. When I tried to ask him how Mom was doing, he would immediately change the subject. The last time I asked, he yelled at me. April 2nd. In the morning, I woke up to my dad, standing beside my bed, staring at me intently. I was really scared. He started asking if I had gone into my mother's room, asking the same question for a long time. After making sure I wasn't there, I fed him breakfast and sent him off to school. I noticed a white spot on his temple, as if he was sitting down. Dad is acting very strange. I'm scared. After coming back from school and having lunch, I went to do my homework. Dad left a note saying he had gone to the store. As I passed the door from my bedroom, in the crack from below, I saw a shadow moving. It's Mom, walking around the room. She's probably getting better, but I haven't gone in to see her yet. Later, he came back. He's not so broody anymore, only his hands are shaking. April 3rd, I was woken up by some screaming. I didn't even know who was screaming. It was still dark outside the window. I don't know what time it was. I got out of bed. I wanted to go out to look, but I didn't have time to go to the door. My dad came in, pale and with a crazy look. He had one hand behind his back, as if he was hiding something, and I'm starting to be afraid of him. He told me to go back to sleep and left. I didn't fall asleep. When it bloomed and the alarm clock finally rang, I got up and went to wash up. My dad wasn't home. Passing by their bedroom, I saw the shadow downstairs again. Why Mom's not lying down if she's sick? Some metal clanking and clicking sounds came from the room. I wanted to look in, and I was about to open the door handle when the door slammed in the hallway. It was Dad coming back, As it turned out, from the store, there was something wrong with his arm. It was bandaged. Dad said he fell. He looks really tired, like he hasn't slept at night. I don't recognize him. Had breakfast and sent him off to school. Coming home, I saw Daddy bringing something into the house, something wrapped in a black bag. When he saw me, he rushed inside. The house smells strange. It smells like iron. Dad is walking around the apartment, whispering to himself and not reacting to me. Even when I cried, he just walked on by. No dinner tonight. I did my homework and went to bed. When will Mommy get better? April 4th. Daddy woke me up. It's dark outside. It's the first time I've seen him cry. He told me to go wash up. When I returned, the dress I only wear on holidays was on my bed. To my questions, Daddy replied that I could finally see Mommy. Mommy was hungry, and I could feed her. I got excited and took my notebook with me to show Mommy my notes. When I got dressed, Daddy came over, took my hand, and led me to their room. On the way, I remembered that there was ice cream in the refrigerator and decided that I should give Mommy a treat. I wanted to go to the kitchen, but Daddy wouldn't let go of my hand. Now he was holding me tightly. He was dragging me. I was very scared. I cried, but he didn't care. When he came to the door, he got down on one knee in front of me. He said, "Sweetie, be nice to Mommy. She is still sick, but now you will feed her and she will get better." He opened the door and forcefully pushed me into the room and closed it behind me. I fell down, and getting up, I immediately turned to face the door, shouting to Daddy that he had forgotten to give me food, but all I heard in response was Daddy crying, resembling some kind of howl. "Does it smell so bad in here, Mommy?" I asked. Somewhere at the other end of the room, sounds of movement were heard behind the bed, accompanied by a metallic clanking sound I had heard before. "Mommy," I repeated. Silence. Clamping my nose with one hand, I took a step along the wall and, fumbling for the light switch with my hand, flicked it. The light came on for only a second. It was long enough for me to finally see my Mommy. She was standing a few feet away from me, pulling her blood-stained hands toward me. Her neck was clasped in a dog-shaped collar that had sharp spikes digging into her neck. A thick metal chain stretched from the collar to the wall, preventing her from reaching me. I could hear the sound I'd heard from my room. Her eyes, they weren't my Mommy's eyes, red, bloodshot, rabid, filled with hate and anger. When she parted her lips, I saw long, sharp, thin, and in some places, missing teeth. She made loud clicking noises as she closed them sharply, looking straight at me. I finally realized Mommy's food was standing right in front of her, dressed up in a dress. On the floor lay the nibbled remains of some dog And the doctor that came to see us a few days ago, there were ticks and pulled sharp teeth lying around. I think Daddy was trying to cure Mommy that way. I guess he didn't succeed. Mommy was very hungry. I fell to my knees and tried to crawl out of there. The splinters dug in and cut my knees, but I felt no pain. The door was closed. My dad locked me in here. I swam sideways until I ducked into a closet. There was a huge wooden closet in my parents' room. Opening it, I crawled inside and closed the door behind me. After a while, the clicking stopped. I sit in the closet, listening to my mom's heavy breathing, the clinking of the chain. I know she's trying to get free. It's already light outside, and there's a small view of the door to the room through the crack. With a soft creak, it opened, and Dad walked into the room. With his appearance, the clicking sounds again. Mommy is very hungry. Daddy tries to talk to her. He asks why she is not getting better, why she is still hungry. He fed her their daughter. He also fed me. Mom doesn't say anything, just clicks her teeth and makes a hoarse sound like a dog growling. I can smell gas. Dad apologizes to her and tells her it's the only way out. He raises his hand. I think it's a lighter. I realize what he wants to do. At that moment, there is some noise. Mommy's jumping on him, so she managed to get free after all. She's like an animal. I'm holding back as hard as I can to keep from screaming. I know what would happen to me if I did. I think something terrible has happened. Mom has remembered that I must be somewhere in the house. Without getting to her feet, she ran out of the room on all fours. And I'm sitting in this closet writing. Good thing I have my notebook with me. I'm probably making the last note of my life. I can hear her running around the house and clicking her teeth. Mom's looking for me. Maybe she can smell me. The smell of gas has become quite pungent. I see a lighter. I think I'm going to make it. If not, let whoever finds these tapes know what happened here. I have to try. Goodbye. This is the end of the tape. 2 bodies were found under the wreckage. The woman's body was never found. Some say there's someone prowling around the burned remains at night. They say it's not a person. Maybe the mom is still looking for hers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Put likes and comments so you don't miss new videos.